So recently we've gotten into Five Nights at Freddy's and I'm tired of reading comments like this. I know I'm stupid, you don't have to tell me. But you gotta give me some credit. Five Nights at Freddy's is extremely confusing. The lore is really interesting. From playing 1 all the way to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, I sort of understand that there was a restaurant and it went out of business, and then I think it reopened. There was a party, there was a bite, there's people stuffed in animatronics, there's a fire, there's a lot. If you have missed me playing those games, feel free to check it out. I know a lot of you guys throughout the years have always asked me to play Five Nights at Freddy's, and yeah, I mean, check it out if you haven't already. And I think this is a good opportunity if you're not into FNAF, like me. You know, I have just as much fun getting into this stuff. So like, maybe if you've never watched it, for me, I always thought that like FNAF was something stupid, but now that I've actually played them, I really am into them. I don't know what it is, but I really love the aesthetic of the games. But anyway, no more confusion. Why? Because you guys been recommending me to check out Foot of a Ferret. I was gonna say Foot of Ferret. Foot of a Ferret. And you guys told me that they made a great video featuring MatPat of all people, which is perfect, explaining all the lore. So no more confusion. And then from here on, we can finally move on to Help Wanted. Big shout out Foot of a Ferret. I really, really appreciate you. I actually asked them to if I could react to this, and they were really cool with it. I appreciate it. Let me demonstrate how you could subscribe to their channel. Like that. So if you have not seen the lore video, you don't want to hear me talking, right? Go check it out before I react to it. Give them all the views. They deserve it. And the likes.
Well, maybe this will jog your memory.
Aw, look at this cute little plushie of a rusty metal animatronic haunted by the soul of a child whose head was bitten by a robot in 1987.
Okay, what? Freddy's haunted by a child? This is news to me. Okay, you're already dropping the nuggets on me.
Mr. of a Ferret, this is without a doubt one of the most shameful.
Oh, so it is Mr. of a Ferret. Okay, got it.
This is without a doubt one of the most shameful displays of Five Nights at Freddy's lore dumping I have ever seen.
Wait, is it not true? Is it actually not true?
It's actually amazing how almost every single thing you said was wrong.
No. I thought it was real. That's what I was like. I didn't get that from the story. I didn't.
You even worked on multiple FNAF videos during your time working with.
Oh, they work together. That actually makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Perfect time. This is the perfect person to do this video.
Now, if you'll see here on this 92 slide PowerPoint presentation that I've made on exactly this subject, first off, this is not the bite of 87.
I know. I made the same exact mistake. I just knew of the meme and I assumed that that was correct. But like, it's funny because like, even though I was copying the meme, I really was thinking like, oh, is this the bite of 87? It's not. You guys told me it was a bite of 83, so I know that much.
The image you chose depicts the bite of 1983, and the child in question is actually the crying child, aka the younger brother of Michael Afton. Now,
That's Michael Afton? Okay, I kind of know who Michael Afton is.
Afton is very important.
Help me.
Play as him.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to
Game.
my channel. It's the 70s. Ain't this just a time? Well, it certainly was for these two guys named William Afton and Henry Emily.
I don't
These
even know
guys
about
are a
Henry.
couple of inventors specializing in building robots and animatronics. They're also family men. William has a wife, a daughter, and 2 sons, while Henry has a daughter named Charlotte. So we got 2 groovy 70s dudes building robots to support their families. But there's just one little snag. William Afton is a crazy person.
Yeah, I know Purple Dude. I'm very aware of Purple Dude because we've actually seen him in the games, you know? He obviously did kill the kids, you know, and then we had to give them cake. That's what I remember. Before I played FNAF, I actually reacted to the Walton Files as well. It's kind of really crazy how similar these are too. I'm assuming that was inspired by FNAF?
But William Afton has this insatiable desire to, kill children.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I'm sure that won't be a problem anytime soon. So instead, let's focus on this new restaurant in town that just opened, Fredbear's Family Diner. A small, locally owned family restaurant that commissions William and Henry to create some fun Chuck E. Cheese style animatronic mascots to entertain the kids. There's a golden bear named Fredbear and a golden rabbit named Bonnie. Now, these are what are called spring lock animatronics, meaning they operate using, well, spring lock mechanisms, which are extremely dangerous.
Screw those
Boy, it sure is a good thing these are just robots and not mascot costumes or something. Hey, guess what? These are also mascot costumes.
Yeah, so I do remember this. I'm aware of this little secret too that I did miss. I think you can actually open this door. Or maybe it showed this, but there's another part where you can actually open the door and it would show him, I believe.
Meant to be worn by the employees of the restaurant. Yeah, Come work at Fredbear's Diner. Sing songs. Entertain families. Try not to breathe too much inside of the Springlock animatronic suits because even the slightest bit of moisture will cause the Springlock mechanisms to malfunction and clamp down on you, killing you outright.
So much.
Cook pizza.
Cook pizza.
So one night, Fredbear's is hosting a birthday party, and one of the kids attending is Henry Emily.
Okay, I think I missed this as well inside of pizzeria, so.
His daughter, Charlotte. But during the party, Charlotte accidentally gets locked outside in this dark alley behind the restaurant.
Oh,
Suddenly,
yeah,
a mysterious
I missed this.
purple car drives up and out steps William Afton, who kills Charlotte outside of Fredbear's Diner and gets away scot-free. William Afton,
Okay, that
also
was
known
pretty
in the
important.
FNAF series as the Purple Guy, has claimed his first victim. Henry Emily has lost his daughter, leading him to just kinda disappear for a while. And Fredbear's has its first of many deaths tied to its name. Besides being a horrible,
that was
sad,
the first
terrible
incident.
tragedy, it's also a PR nightmare. And the owners of Fredbear's were just like, nope, we're out, and they bailed, took the money and ran, sold off the Fredbear franchise to new owners who pulled the flip job of the century to create Fazbear Entertainment. Not only did they get Fredbear's back on its feet, but by 1983, they've turned the franchise into a bit of a multimedia empire with a TV show,
I love the
action
humor.
figures, plushies, and most importantly of all, a new sister location, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. See, this newly revamped
Oh.
Fazbear franchise introduced a slew of new characters to the lineup.
That's what this whole video. Oh, it really is gonna be, because like it really does put things into perspective. Yeah, I mean, from the fourth game, right? There was the cartoon show, and was there another one in another game? Maybe I'm just thinking of 3 or 4.
Freddy,
Yeah.
Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy become the
Gross.
faces of the new hit restaurant,
such a
Freddy
huge thing,
Fazbear's
wasn't it?
Pizza. And things seem to be back on the up and up for Fazbear Entertainment.
We want
which of course
you.
means one thing: somebody's about to die.
While Freddy's is up and running, Fredbear's has gotten back to business as usual. Seems to be doing fine for itself since, you know, that one time a kid died. Enter William Afton's youngest son, the crying child. Why is he crying? Well, it's
'Cause he
implied
got
that he
bit.
has a pretty intense fear of the animatronics his dad
That's
made.
his
And
son? He's like tormenting his own son? What a freaking freak.
his older brother, Michael Afton, really likes to torment the kid by dressing up as Foxy to jump scare him. The kid really just can't catch a break, man. He's clearly terrified of the animatronics, but is basically forced to be around them. Which leads us to one fateful day in 1983 where the crying child is celebrating his birthday at Fredbear's family
He
diner.
really did not want to
He's
be there.
Not having a great time, and his older brother decides to be a little cruel to the kid.
Oh, yeah,
He and
they
his
did
friends
mention a
all
brother, I
crowd
remember
around
that.
the crying child wearing character masks.
I was curious, like, which one was his brother?
Lift him up and bring him to the main stage where Fredbear's performing. The crying child starts, well, crying and freaking out. The other kids then do what dumb kids do and take things way too far, putting the crying child
This could be a movie. How come it's not a movie? Oh, isn't there? Hey, there's gonna be a movie, isn't there? I think I heard about that. Matt Pat better be in it though. I mean, he really deserves a spot in there somewhere.
One Springlock animatronic suit with a very low tolerance for moisture, plus one horrified child crying rivers of tears equals...
Is that the bite of
87?
No 2015 Markiplier, that was what's known as the Bite of 83. William Afton's youngest son is munched by a Golden Freddy animatronic and dies. Ooh, it's a birthday party. can I say that? I don't know if I can say that.
So you guys, someone pointed me on Twitter that there was another ending in that game where you get like this box. I want to know what that's about. Like, what does that have to do in the fourth
In the
game?
wake of this, Fazbear Entertainment decides the Springlock animatronic suits are just too dangerous to keep using.
They really should have decided that a long time ago, to be honest.
Now, you'd think after William Afton lost one of his kids to an animatronic he created, he would take a step back,
lost?
reevaluate himself and what he's doing, and change his ways.
I thought he actually survived though, because wasn't there? It almost like seemed like there was proof that he survived, if I remember right. But I guess I'm wrong. I'm assuming everything in this video is right.
If anything, the death of his own kid was a source of inspiration. Hey guys, why don't we all just not go into the safe room? You know, the safe room housing the dangerous child-killing animatronics I made? Yeah. In fact, why don't we just forget the safe rooms even exist, you know? We don't need security cameras in there, no. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and reprogram all the animatronics to not even recognize the safe room at all. Nothing suspicious going on
So this
here.
is the first game,
And everyone everyone just goes along with it. I'm sure that won't lead to anything horrible.
Around 1985, something horrible happens. 5 kids mysteriously go missing at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, and the animatronics start oozing and smelling real rank. Turns out William Afton's been lurking around the pizzeria, using the decommissioned Spring Bonnie suit to lure kids into the safe room, kill them, and then hide their bodies inside the animatronic suits.
Wait, so, okay, maybe we're talking about the third game then.
Okay. Why? Naturally, this sparks an investigation that eventually leads to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza shutting down. So let's take a break from the robot bunnies and talk about something that's a little less scary. Clowns. Yeah, really. See, while William Afton was going around killing kids, he still found time to develop some animatronics here and there. And when he wasn't building terrifying robot animals, he was building terrifying robot people. All of them had this creepy circus theme, like this ballerina named Ballora, this balloon boy named Balloon Boy.
Balloon
And most
Boy.
importantly, this little girl named Circus Baby. Afton also redesigned some of the old Fazbear crew to fit the circus vibes as well. All that, and he still finds time for his hobbies. How does he do it? These are the fun-time animatronics. Bright, shiny, happy. They seem harmless, right? Well, underneath the clown makeup were some interesting design choices. See, at this point, Afton has seen how effective his animatronics can be when it comes to helping commit his crimes.
He freaking basically killed his own son. He killed his own son. To test it? Is that what he did? Look, it's like, that's him right there, right?
So he designed the Funtime crew with some advanced features that, to be frank, pretty sus. As if they're specifically designed to lure and kill children. I wonder what will happen.
Now, the details get a little fuzzy here, especially in terms of the timeline.
Well, I remember there's ice
from
cream
what
involved.
I can tell, the plan was to have these animatronics available to rent out for birthday parties and events, housing them in this crazy underground storage facility. In addition, some of these animatronics were set to become the face of yet another Fazbear sister location.
Wait, that's a storage? Wait,
Circus Baby's Pizza World, set to swoop in and fill the hole in the market left when Freddy Fazbear's Pizza shut down. But that plan kind of fell through due
Chuck E.
to an
Cheese in all
accident
this?
involving William Afton's daughter. Because, surprise, when you make animatronics specifically designed to lure and kill kids while also having multiple kids of your own,
She makes
those
ice
two
cream.
things might just happen to overlap once. Or twice. So, right as Circus Baby's Pizza World is set to open, Afton's daughter gets just a little too close to Circus Baby and is attacked by a claw that was programmed to shoot out from her torso. This kills Afton's daughter and leads to Circus Baby's Pizza World closing for good on its opening day.
Who is allowing these establishments to keep going? If people keep dying and there's like, just stop the whole thing. Like, there should be a law. You can't build robots in your restaurant anymore. No more. Chuck E. Cheese is like, crap.
The Funtime animatronics are then packed up and sent back into storage, but they still move forward with the whole rental service thing, creating Circus Baby's Entertainment and
gotta
Rental,
be after
meaning
this
these
thing.
guys are still ready and waiting to be rented out for your next birthday party.
But hey, guess what? It's 1987 now. That's a great year.
yeah.
I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong in 1987. Damn it. Yeah, even with a handful of child murders under their belt, Fazbear Entertainment decided it was time to reboot their franchise after only 4 years.
Coming full circle. So FNAF 2 was after Sister Location? What? That's crazy.
And there are all sorts of extra security measures put in place after what happened at the last
Well, they
place.
didn't work.
For
It did not work.
But most importantly, the toy animatronics are packing some super advanced for the 80s facial recognition technology, scanning for potential predators. However, that
that's why
doesn't
you have a
stop William
mask.
Afton from
That makes
going for
sense.
round 2, using the same exact Spring Bonnie suit to lure and kill kids at the pizzeria. But this time, things are a little different.
What's so funny is the fact that, honestly, you tell me what kid would see this and want to go near it. Who am I kidding? Probably a lot. I feel like this would give me nightmares.
Afton commits his second series of murders, sparking yet another investigation of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, so the restaurant is just about to close down, but first, they got one last birthday party to host.
If you are a kid killed by William Afton or any of his creations, your soul will undoubtedly go on to possess one of the animatronics. See, it all started with Charlotte, Afton's first victim. When she was killed outside of Fredbear's family diner, her soul found a new home in the diner's security animatronic, this weird, creepy puppet. Or at least that's how it looks likes to be conveyed in the games. Like we've said, this series is kind of frustratingly vague when it comes to their lore, but that is what it looks like. And from that point on, the puppet was working behind the scenes, following William Afton around to pick up the pieces he left behind and do what they could to set things right. I'm about to sound a lot like Matt here. As we see in one of FNAF 2's Atari-style minigames, the puppet gives the souls of Afton's victims new life inside of the animatronic suits. So our buddies Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, yeah, they're haunted. Way haunted. But wait, that's only 4 animatronics. Didn't Purple Guy kill 5 kids during the missing children's incident? Well, this is where things get a little funky again, because now we're dealing with Golden Freddy's spirit. Or should I say, spirits.
So I never mentioned this, but I saw Golden Freddy. I think in my original from years ago, I think I see Golden Freddy, but I did also see Golden Freddy when I played it again. But I think it got edited out, and I was too lazy to tell my editor to put it back in. Things get overlooked sometimes, but yeah, I am aware of Golden Freddy appearing in the first one. I know probably a lot of people were like, oh, you missed it and stuff, but I did see it. Hey, wait, what about Shadow freaking Freddy or whatever happened? I did see that in number 2. I saw a Shadow something. Was it Freddy or Bonnie? I can't remember which one it was. I wonder if they're gonna explain that.
Remember the bite of 1983 where the crying child got chomped by the Golden Freddy animatronic? Well, his soul is now inside of Golden Freddy, which, yeah, makes sense. But going back to that FNAF 2 minigame depicting the missing children's incident, in the very last split second, we see a 5th kid followed by a Golden Freddy jump scare. This is Cassidy, the 5th victim of the 1985 missing children's incident and the 2nd spirit haunting the Golden Freddy animatronic. And let me tell you, Cassidy is mad at William Afton. She is out for revenge. Keep a pin in this, it's important.
All this is to say that the FNAF 2 toy animatronics are now most likely haunted by the souls of Afton's most recent victims. You can tell because these guys start acting way more aggressive and confrontational towards adults. They're chill around kids, but if you're a grown-up, they'll start giving you the death glare. And they're not programmed to do that.
That's actually really
crazy. Say, haunted. They're looking for revenge against William Afton. But on the day of that last birthday party, they get a tad overexcited and attack the daytime security guard, giving them a nice hard chomp on the noggin and removing their entire frontal lobe in what became infamously known as the bite of 87.
It's so bad. Like, what's the point of an investigation? It's like, we must investigate something fishy going on here. Then the owner's like, nah, hey, I have nothing to do with this. I don't know what's happening. No, you're liable, you piece of crap.
These guys decided to give it one more go in 1993. They went back to that first Freddy Fazbear's Pizza location, brought back the original crew, and relaunched the pizzeria feeling just so sure about it this time. But surprise, people kinda sorta associate the Fazbear name with dead kids now, so no one comes to this new restaurant and it eventually shuts down.
One rainy night, a while after the restaurant closes down and falls into disrepair, William Afton sneaks in and starts dismantling the animatronics one by one. Little does he know that those robots got ghosts in them. The souls of his victims are released,
that's what he like. I remember this.
They corner him in the back room of the pizzeria, and Afton starts to panic. But then, and I don't really know why he would do this, but he runs over to the Spring Bonnie animatronic suit, the suit he's committed all these murders in, and hops inside. So Afton piles into his murder suit, just kind of stands there for a few seconds, and chomp! Spring locks fail, blood goes everywhere, and William Afton, stuck inside the Spring Bonnie suit, falls to the ground and dies. Fazbear Entertainment attempts to save face from the now baker's dozen of dead people attached to its name by completely walling off the back room, leaving Afton's body inside and just forgetting about it. We see all this go down during a minigame in FNAF 3. Also in that game, if you get the good ending, you get to see the puppet bring cake to a table of children. 4 of them in FNAF masks, and one of them crying. The puppet gives the kid cake, they stop crying, they put on a Golden Freddy mask, and then they all disappear, leaving the masks behind. The puppet has set the souls free.
Yeah, with cake. We used cake. So was Springtrap in FNAF 3 dead already? Was that Mr. Afton, was he dead in that animatronic? And it was just kind of being haunted, or was he alive in that point? That's the thing I don't know if they really just explained. Maybe I'm just dumb.
So how does a purple dude killing kids lead to you as the player spending 5 nights at various robot-infested buildings, checking cameras, and avoiding death by robot chicken?
Oh, that looks scary. Oh, no. Okay. Well, I mean, we gotta play it, but that actually looks pretty scary.
Son Michael Afton comes back into the picture. While all of that was going on, Michael, now an adult, takes it upon himself to try and make up for his dad's crimes. At first, he was just trying to find his sister, and the soul of Michael's sister is now living in the very same animatronic that killed her, Circus Baby. And it seems like William Afton knows this because one day, William, the messed up individual he is, went to his son and was like, "Oh, your sister. Yeah, she's over there. Go check it out." So Michael takes a job at Circus Baby's entertainment and rentals, as we see in the game's sister location. In between avoiding death by face-splitting animatronic,
Oh, that was him? So that was his son. Oh, okay.
Discovers the whole "my dad killed a bunch of kids and their souls are trapped inside these animatronic suits" thing, and decides he has to do something about it.
So is that the reason why Circus Baby or Innard was kind of nice to him? Because it was his sister.
Fortunately, while working the night shift at the storage facility, Michael gets himself scooped, meaning the dude gets his insides ripped out of him by a machine meant to remove animatronic endoskeletons. And then this giant robot named Innard, created by all the Funtime animatronics literally stitching parts of themselves together, jumps inside of Mike to use his body as a host. So Michael is now dead. Kinda.
I'm
He's,
wrong.
Like,
Okay, I was wrong.
Dead. He just kind of moves on with his life for a while. Robo bits jangling around
But technically your sister is still sort of in the robot, right? No? Right?
inside his skin sack as his body slowly rots and turns purple. Oh, now he looks like dear old dad. Mike gets progressively worse until one day Innard's just like, yeah, this place was cool at first, but kinda sucks now, and ejects
That's why
himself
his
from
name is
Michael's
Innard?
body. And Michael is pretty okay with it, actually. Yeah, somehow he is still alive. Not much else to do, but, you know, keep doing what he was doing before, I guess.
Michael starts applying for gigs at all the various Fazbear locations that popped up over the years, with the goal of setting the souls inside the animatronics free. He lands nighttime security jobs.
Okay, wait up, just wait a second. Now I'm confused. Now you're going back through the games again? So the lore has nothing to do. What? I'm now okay. Here's where I'm confused because it got shut down, right?
He lands nighttime security jobs at both the bigger 1987 pizzeria as well as the 1993 pizzeria, but is fired from both for tampering with the animatronics.
Oh, that's why you guys are telling me that's okay. So this is the only thing that kind of makes it part of the lore. Okay, because like after looking at like some guides and stuff, I did see stuff like this, but I didn't know how important that would be. But okay.
And all
Why
this
would they
comes
hire
to a
him?
head in FNAF 3 several years after the final closing of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The whole Fazbear name is destroyed, no doubt. But over the years, it became some kind of urban legend. So some random company decides to capitalize on this, creating a haunted house-style horror attraction called Fazbear Frights.
Okay, it's very hard to separate the lore from the games because it kind of happens in the games and they sort of explained it, but they're saying it's separate, so okay.
Including finding a real Fazbear animatronic salvaged from the walled-off back room of Freddy Fazbear's
Okay, so this
Pizza.
answers the question that I had.
William Afton is back, baby! Undead, rotting, haunting his Spring Bonnie suit, and stalking around Fazbear Frights as the monstrosity we all know as Springtrap.
So William Afton has been unleashed back onto the world. This could be very bad. Luckily, Fazbear Frights has a nighttime security guard. That's right, it's a family reunion. Father and son back together after all these years. Except now they're both technically dead and the son sets the dad on fire. Yeah! At the end of FNAF 3, Fazbear Frights burns down with Springtrap still inside, which has to have been Michael trying to finally finish off his dad. But unfortunately for Mike, William Afton
always comes back.
Oh, he
tried
actually
his best,
survived.
but somehow, Springtrap is still out there.
But then, totally out of left field, Henry Emily comes back with a plan. After doing literally nothing this entire time,
Seriously, yeah,
Henry
what was he
jumps
doing?
back into the fray by starting his own pizzeria with Michael working as an employee. We see all this happen
Why
in
would
Freddy
he-
Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. But beyond all the arcade games and googly eyes, Henry's Pizzeria is actually just a front to gather up the last few haunted animatronics and set their souls to rest.
Got that.
And
I got that
weirdly enough,
part.
the animatronics have changed over the years. Circus Baby was apparently kicked out of the Ennard crew,
Circus
now
Baby looked
taking the
totally
form of
different.
Scrap Baby. What's left of Ennard has now taken the form of Molten Freddy. The puppet's still kicking around as this bear called Lefty. And of course, there's Springtrap.
Because that makes sense why he kept saying, oh, they always come back.
They're all incinerated, including Michael, and we hear the voice of Henry saying his final goodbye to the lost souls, his daughter, and his old business partner. But hey, would you look at that? William Afton is still
No,
alive.
really? How is he back again? You think fire would, usually fire kills everything, not purple men. Like, just seeing these purple people walk around is funny to me. I can't believe that I did not put together that that was Springtrap, though. Okay, it does make a lot of sense now. I wonder why you guys would get so mad at me.
Does this dude keep cheating death?
Well, that's all thanks to Cassidy, the vengeful spirit haunting Golden Freddy alongside the crying child. She's been out for revenge ever since the 1985 missing children's incident. And when I say revenge, I mean she wants to make him suffer. Just killing him off isn't enough. And at this point, William Afton should be dead several times over.
Yep.
Dude got impaled from all angles and burned to death twice. So, physically, he's not really that much of a threat anymore, but Cassidy keeps him alive to torture him, forcing him to live through a never-ending barrage of animatronic horror in his mind as we see in FNAF Custom Night. But that's just half the story, because now there's 2 William Aftons.
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
Follow me on this.
What?
Scott Cawthon, some random unnamed video game developer who is not Scott Cawthon, the real-world creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, started making a bunch of horror games based on the stories of the Fazbear tragedies. Yep, FNAF is officially going full meta on us now. Not Cawthon's games become really popular, and Fazbear Entertainment is getting pretty ticked at the bad name the games are giving their company. As if they weren't already giving themselves
really going
a bad
that route?
name. So they decide to fight fire with fire, no pun intended, creating their own VR horror game as a way of poking fun at themselves, discrediting Not Cawthon, saving a bit of face, and cashing in on their own messed up past while they're at it. But as it turns out,
I don't want to
while
look. Should I stop? Should I stop? I mean, you guys told me to react to this, so I might as well.
This code manifested itself in-game as Glitchtrap, a yellow bunny mascot with purple eyes who, over the course...
all right. I don't want to know anymore. Honestly, I don't about this game. But we know, okay, all we do need to know is that he's going to be revived, basically, by code, and he's going to take over one of these new things. Okay, got it.
Mind-melding thing really takes shape with Vanny, a reluctant follower of William Afton. We've not seen much of Vanny yet, but we know that she's someone who's played FNAF VR, was brainwashed by Afton, and is now working for him. Also, she wears a creepy bunny mascot costume just like Glitchtrap, and it's looking like Vanny is about to become a very important player in the FNAF story. Sometime in the near future, we're going to be getting ourselves the newest FNAF game, Security Breach.
Oh, so this didn't even come out yet.
It's bigger, it's badder, it's constantly getting delayed. It's Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
I'm so glad I get to just like go right into these games. I was kind of good thing about waiting, you know, I just missed out on all the views, but
it looks really good. And if the trailers and teasers are anything to go by, which they should be, in this game you're being hunted down by a killer bunny mascot with a woman's voice. That's Vanny! And until we see what all Security Breach brings to the table, that is where the story of Five Nights at Freddy's leaves off.
Dude, I don't want to say anything about Danganronpa, but after playing that series, it's so insane how similar these are. And when it comes to lore-wise, I don't want to say it because if you never played Danganronpa, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's some striking similarities between the two, in a way. Not everything. I'm not saying that there's animatronics and freaking... Well, there kind of is, huh? This video was so helpful in clearing things up. Yeah, it helps me to understand like the lore of the game, and it makes me excited to get into Help Wanted because I get to see the stuff play out. And then of course, Security Breach. I am so freaking excited to go to Security Breach. I'm definitely gonna do multiple episodes of probably both of those games. Lately I've been doing only one, but these games I think are a lot longer, so I'm gonna have to do multiples, and I want to take my time with them since I've been kind of rushing through the other games. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, and don't forget to check out Foot of a Ferret. Be sure to subscribe, smash like, and if anyone else is ever confused about the lore, send them this video. If you guys would like to, feel free to subscribe. Check out my playthroughs of the game, you know, watch me be stupid and not understand anything that I play, but I still am enjoying it. So guys, thank you so much for like supporting me, and yeah, it really means a lot to me. Hope you enjoyed my reaction, and yeah, thanks again, Foot of a Ferret. Take care. Bye bye.